Hey there, welcome back. This is part 2 of my debt collection agency scam video. It all started one night, as I was browsing some forums about online scams, when I came across something really interesting. A person had posted a telephone number of a scam company that kept calling them, related to an unpaid debt. Now, this person also posted the reference number the scammers used to identify them. Take a look. They said, "I keep receiving calls from a person called Kelly, with E Capital United, stating I have 2 claims against me. And if I don't call back with this reference number to take care of this matter, I will have my wages garnished." I have not called them, but everywhere I look them up online, shows scam. These guys are one of many made-up debt collection agencies, which have obtained personal information on users who have received loans in the past, and attempt to convince the person they owe money on it. The agency I ended up calling provided all personal information of the person, with just their reference number. This is considered illegal and not something a real legitimate agency would do. In last week's episode you saw me calling these guys up. This week you can enjoy part 2 of the call. Thanks for watching and please subscribe and share.
Okay, sir, just to make sure that I have the correct person in line, are you going to verify the last 4 digits of your social?
Why do I need to verify the information?
Just to ensure that I have the correct person online. Well, if you not contact of using your social, can you verify this address, whether it's your present or previous? And I'm seeing you're on file. Let me tell you now, 7911, that's the last 4 digits of your social. I have it all on file. I could have told you that before, but I wanted to make you comfortable so you could verify by your address.
Oh, shoot. Can I move out of the country?
Sir, it's up to you, because once you come back, they're going to have you for this.
Hello, you've been transferred to John Clocking, manager of the auditing department. Johnson, you there me?
Yeah?
Yes, how you doing, sir?
Good. Yourself?
Alright, great. I'm here to assist you the best as I possibly can. First, let me advise you this, we don't take our client's word for face value. Our job is to call, before we call, we investigate and see if there's any means of identity theft, etc.
Oh?
So we went ahead and did our investigation. We're seeing that there were attempts to take care of this, which are 3 payments on it, so that would rule out the fact of identity theft.
Right.
Now the fact of the matter is, if you're going to have this resolved, our job as a mediation firm is to provide reasons, ways and means to have it resolved and provide you with your options. Even though we're representing our client, we want to make sure that you understand correctly what's happening. So I'm actually here to assist you as much as my client. Alright, so what can we do to have this more easy on you at that point?
So, is $800 good? Cause that's all I have with me.
$800 is a little bit below about. Just a moment. See if I can actually take off one of the allegations here, which is 2 allegations. One is misuse of goods and service, and one is malicious intent to avoid. So if since it wasn't a malicious intent to avoid repayment, what I can do if I take this off, the best that it can come down to is for $950, and there's a processing fee of $9.95. And that's the best that I could work with for you. $950 plus a processing fee of $9.95.
Sure. But, can you just explain what you mean by misuse of goods and services?
Misuse of goods and services when the loan was taken out to be paid back on a bi-weekly basis, and you take the loan and you refuse to actually use it for the service, which would mean paid back service. So that's where it comes in. All right, so that's taking their money and didn't want to pay it back. Alright. Now, the malicious intent is like you plan to do this. This was your first intention from taking the loan. You're actually going around taking out loans and not want to pay it back. So that's where it really sums it up to be. Now, based on the settlement that is provided, I'll try to meet you halfway. Is it the case that you like to take advantage of it? Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you to have your Visa or MasterCard in hand, and I'm going to transfer you to the department that will be setting up your payment right now to clear up the account, and we'll be also sending email to you stating that you're taking care of this. So just a moment, let me transfer you. Just a moment, sir.
Well, good afternoon. This is James. Am I speaking to Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
How are you doing today, sir?
Great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm good actually. Alright, so basically what I'm saying here, you'll be taking us up on the voluntary restitution. You'll be making a settlement offer of $950 for today, right?
That would be correct.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, I do need to make you aware as well, sir, there is a $9.95 processing fee associated with each payment. So in total, it will be $950, $9.95, okay? Wonderful, wonderful. So let's go ahead to have this taken care of right away. Could you go ahead to confirm the card numbers for me and sets of 4?
Sure. I just have one last question though. The thing is, I got the reference number from an online forum, and you guys just gave out personal address and phone number, and even the social security number of a person that I don't even know who they are. So, how is that legal, in any way?
Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're asking. All right, repeat the question for me, sir. Let me see if I can get a better understanding here for you.
It's quite simple. I found a reference number on an online forum, and the person that was the original poster said they kept receiving calls from this number, and that they would get their wages garnished if they did not call back. They also stated they haven't taken out any loan from Capital United, and so when I called in, I just provided that reference number, just to see if you actually give out personal information about persons from the US, including their social and home address. And I wanted to make sure if you knew that this was illegal.
Okay, so, alright, so firstly, sir, we are actually not a loan company. We represent a loan company. We're an arbitration company. Now, if it is a case where you gave a call in and we verified that it was you via either the social or phone number, it would have been a case where maybe you came up on our caller ID. I'm not quite sure because I don't really handle that aspect of the business. I said I handle the payments, but if it is a case where you gave a call in, sir, and your social was verified, it may have been a case where you came up on our caller ID. So that could actually be a situation. Or maybe you called prior to today, or whatever the reason, because we do have a number here listed.
Oh, really? You have this number?
Yeah, we do have a number listed as your number. So if it is a case where that number actually gave us a call, then we would basically assume that it would be you.
So, you have this number in your system, is that correct? Because this is the first time I am calling you.
Let's see, the number I have here as a contact for you, I actually have two numbers, right? I have a home number being, and we have a cell number as well, which would be.
Yeah, but I am not using any of those two numbers.
Okay, I see. Well, that's actually the number we have for you. So if it is a case where that number called, then as I said, I'm not quite sure.
Like I said, I only gave the reference number I found online.
Oh, I see. Oh, so you gave the case number for the account, which would be 5444431. I see. Well, as I said, in any case, sir, because of the two numbers that we actually have here listed for you, we'd leave a message on them with reference or with the reference number. So if you got that message, then you would have given us a call back and given us the reference number, in which case we'd still know it was you.
But I called from a different number, not the number you left the reference number to.
Mm-hmm. You got the reference number from an online form, not from the message we left you.
That's right, Sherlock.
And that in itself would have been impossible. I'm not sure how you'd have gotten the case number if it is. All right. I'm really not sure how to answer that question, sir. If you would like, I can go ahead and put you back to the original arbitrator who is handling your case, and you can actually query it with her, because I'm not sure. Because the only way I know that you actually get the reference number would be if we left it on a message for you, in which case when you called in and provided it to us, then we'd have known that it was that person. For example, we leave a message for you, Mr. Johnson, on a number that we have listed for you. If you call that, because it's not like we're calling out and leaving a bunch of messages on a bunch of phones hoping to get you. We have the numbers here that we're told would be your numbers. Right? So when we call those numbers, we leave a message with the reference number. So if you call in and provide us with the reference number, then we can only assume that it would be you, seeing as you're the one we left the message for.
So, anyone can just call with a reference number, and you provide them with an address and social security number. Is that how it works?
We would not, because we're actually not supposed to volunteer any information, sir. Now, yes, we do, you have to understand that we have to actually verify the account. So if it is a case where we leave you a message with a reference number and you give us a call, then what we do is that when you actually give a call in, you'd provide us with the reference number. You'd say, hey, I'm Mr. Johnson. And we'd say, okay, Mr. Johnson, just to verify that's you, could you go ahead to confirm the last 4 digits of your social, or could you go ahead to confirm your address, just to ensure that we're speaking with the right person, because we cannot actually divulge the information regardless.
Yes, however, that wasn't what happened. What happened was, I gave the reference number, and you guys provided me with the name attached to that number, and I had no idea who that belonged to. You also gave me the address and social security number, as well as telephone numbers attached to that person.
I see. Okay, well that would be a breach of protocol in itself. So what I'd actually have to pass this through to my supervisor just to ensure that that's actually taken care of. So just to confirm then, so you're not Mr. Johnson?
No, I have no idea who Mr. Johnson is. But if Mr. Johnson were to get a hold of this recording, you guys could be legally sued. You do know that?
I understand, sir. And as I said, this would be a breach of protocol on our end, and I do apologize for that. If that's the case, let me go ahead to actually have the number that we called you on removed. So are either of the two numbers that I listed your number?
No. As I said, I don't even know who Mr. Johnson is or his numbers or any of the information.
I see. Alright, not a problem. Alright, we'll go ahead to actually have the information passed on to my supervisor, sir. As I said, I do apologize. I do thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great one.
Oh, I will. And I will have this information passed on too. That's the end of yet another episode of Prank Fraudsters. Watch out for next week's new series, and make sure to share and subscribe. Until then.